Italy, the land of romance, fashion, pasta, and ancient beauty. Tourists come here seeking love under the Tuscan sun, a gondola ride in Venice, or to admire the ruins of Rome. But beneath the postcard-perfect charm lies a shadow, a truth wrapped in silence, taboo, and mystery. In this video, we peel back the curtain on 5 disturbing and hidden taboos in Italy, from fake marriages to forgotten towns, from cultural silence around the mafia to an unexpected acceptance of nudity. This is not your average travel vlog. This is Italy, unfiltered. 15 fake marriages for citizenship. In the back alleys of Rome and Naples, a silent market thrives, one where marriage isn't about love, it's about papers, Italian citizenship, a coveted golden ticket to Europe, and for thousands of illegal immigrants, the only way in is fake love. These aren't just small-time scams. Entire operations exist with lawyers, notaries, and even local officials allegedly playing a role. Fake couples rehearse their love stories, memorize each other's favorite colors, and take photo shoots in cafes to sell the illusion. According to Italian authorities, 1,650 fake marriages were under investigation in 2022 alone. That's over for every single day, and those are just the ones they caught. It's not just a crime. It's a desperate act. Refugees, undocumented workers, and migrants without options see it as a last resort. For the Italian citizens who agree to the marriage, it's often a financial deal away to pay off debts or escape poverty. Some even stage divorces after the citizenship is granted, only to remarry again for another payout. But the consequences are harsh if caught. Both parties face jail time, fines, and deportation. It's a hidden economy, running parallel to the legal system that thrives in silence. 14 towns without women. Italy's ghost villages of law northeastly northeast SS. In the serene hills of southern Italy, beautiful stone villages whisper with the wind. The views are breathtaking, but the silence deafening, because these towns are missing something vital: women. In regions like Abruzzo, Basilicata, and Calabria, entire towns exist without a single woman under 40. Schools have shut down, grocery stores have closed, and the few remaining old men gather in cafes, wondering what happened. What happened is migration. Young women left for the city of Rome, Milan, Florence, chasing jobs, independence, and opportunity. The men stayed behind, rooted to family lands and old traditions. Now, some towns are offering actual money to bring women back. Take Candela, for example, a picturesque town in Puglia that offers up to $2 to anyone who moves there. Other towns throw annual events that are unofficially called wife-hunting festivals, hoping to attract women from Eastern Europe or South America. But rebuilding a community is harder than offering cash. Without jobs, nightlife, or even basic amenities, these towns remain empty shells. Imagine being 28 years old, the only woman in a town of 65 men. Romantic or terrifying. These villages aren't just battling loneliness, they're fighting extinction, and without women, there is no next generation. 13. Body talk about women is taboo. Beauty with boundaries. Italy is a fashion capital of the world. Milan sets trends. Italian women are admired globally for their effortless elegance. But here's a strange twist. Openly talking about their bodies, totally taboo. In many Western countries, compliments on appearance are casual and frequent. Not in Italy. Commenting on an Italian woman's body, especially publicly, is considered impolite, even offensive. It's not about being sensitive. It's about respect. Studies show that nearly 70% of Italian women report dressing up even for short errands like going to buy milk. That's not vanity. That's culture. In Italy, personal appearance is a form of public dignity. You dress not just for yourself, but for your community. Yet, the irony is stark. While fashion is celebrated, objectification is harshly judged. Catcalling is not tolerated in most cities. And tourists who comment on how sexy Italian women are often receive cold glares, not smiles. In this society, beauty is sacred, and so is the boundary around it. So next time you're sipping espresso in Florence or walking through Rome, remember, admire, but do not vocalize. 12. Don T. joke about the mafia, the invisible Washington R. To the outside world, the mafia is a Hollywood fantasy. The Godfather, Sopranos, romanticized crime kings and unforgettable quotes. But in Italy, the mafia is real, deadly, and not a laughing matter. Mentioning Don Mafia in a joke or even as a business name is offensive. In fact, Italy has banned any use of mafia-themed branding in tourism, food, and fashion. You can't name a pizzeria Cosa Nostra or sell a Godfather Galata without risking penalties. Why? Because the mafia is not a punchline. It's a parasite. From Sicily to Naples, organized crime syndicates like Cosa Nostra and 'Ndrangheta and Camorra continue to drain the economy. Experts estimate the mafia costs Italy over $100 billion annually in corruption, extortion, and lost productivity. These groups infiltrate construction, agriculture, even local government. They use fear, bribes, and violence to maintain control. The silence around them isn't weakness, it's survival. People have been killed for speaking out, journalists, politicians, even priests, so when a tourist makes a joke about being in the mafia, locals may not laugh, they may just walk away. It's not taboo because it's funny, it's taboo because it's deadly. 11. Nudity at free beaches, a normal part of freedom. If you're expecting conservative beachwear in Italy, prepare to be surprised, because on many of Italy's free public beaches, nudity is not only tolerated, it's normal. Take Capocota Beach near Rome. On any summer day, you see families, retirees, and couples enjoying the sun, some completely nude. And no, it's not a scandal. Over 1 million Italians have tried nude sunbathing at least once. For them, nudity is not about sex, it's about nature, individuality, the right to be comfortable in your skin. There are, of course, designated nude beaches and etiquette rules, but even on regular beaches, topless sunbathing or minimal swimwear won't raise eyebrows. The cultural mindset is simple. Your body is not shameful. Covering it is a choice, not a rule. This open-mindedness may shock some conservative tourists, especially Americans, but in Italy, it's part of living freely and respectfully. Just don't stare. That's the real taboo. 10. The truth by northeast, the beauty. Italy is more than Galata, gondolas, and grand cathedrals. It is layered, complex, a country of tradition and rebellion, beauty and taboo. Behind the tourist guides and Instagram filters lie stories few want to tell, desperate marriages, empty villages, cultural boundaries, criminal shadows, and bare skin under the sun. But maybe, just maybe, that's what makes Italy even more fascinating. It's not just a place to visit, it's a place to understand. If you found this side of Italy surprising, drop a comment below. Which taboo shocked you the most? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more unfiltered stories from around the world. Until next time, stay curious. 9. No need to tip, and you might insult them if you do. In the US or UK, tipping is expected. It's a sign of respect, gratitude, but in Italy, it's a different game. Tipping is not expected, and in some cases, it can even offend. Why? Because restaurants often charge a cover fee that ranges from €1 to €5 per person. Some places also add servizio incluso, meaning service is already included. Leaving extra money can be interpreted as saying, you look like you need this. Italians take pride in their professionalism, and tipping, especially in small towns or traditional restaurants, can't feel patronizing. 8. Foreigners paying for girlfriends, the hidden culture of fidanzata e noleggio. In cities like Milan, Rome, and Bologna, there's a quiet, discreet trend among a certain class of people. Older men, usually well-off, helping younger women. It looks like mentorship, companionship, even romance. But beneath the surface, it's an unspoken transaction. This is known in Italy as fidanzata e noleggio, literally, girlfriend for rent. Rates range from €200 to €1,600 plus, depending on the city and the arrangement. It's not prostitution, it's companionship with benefits, dinners, vacations, even shopping. Though not illegal, it's rarely spoken about, and it sits in a moral gray zone. Why is taboo? It touches deep fears about love, power, and money, and in a Catholic country where family is sacred, many pretend it doesn't exist. 7. Italy doesn't party late, the nightlife myth. You might think Italians are night owls who dance till dawn. Wrong. Unlike Spain or Latin America, Italy's social life ends early. Most Italians have dinner at home, often with family. By tempi. Many towns are quiet. In big cities like Rome or Milan, yes, you have clubs and bars, but even there, the majority of locals don't live for nightlife. Why? Because the real joy is in morning life. Cafes opening at 6 a.m. Fresh markets buzzing with energy. Old men playing cards by 7. Here's the cultural clash. Tourists come for the parties. Italians live for the sunrise. 6. Polyamory is quietly accepted but still in the shadows. Officially, Italy recognizes only monogamous marriage. But unofficially, polyamorous relationships exist, and they're more common than you might think. More than 10,000 Italians are part of polyamory groups or communities, often in cities like Turin, Bologna, and Florence. They host private meetups, online forums, and quiet gatherings. But most don't talk about it publicly. Why? Because coming out as polyamorous can cost you your job, reputation, even custody rights. In Italy's conservative legal and social system, anything outside traditional family structure is met with suspicion. The taboo, it's not the lifestyle itself, it's the silence surrounding it. 5. Taking sand or shells come land, you in jail. Yes, you read that right. If you're visiting Sardinia or the island of Capri, taking a souvenir from the beach can cost you thousands. Tourists often try to take home bottles of white sand or unique shells as keepsakes. But it's illegal. Fines range from €3 to 100 to €6, 500, and in some cases, jail time. In one infamous case, a couple tried to fly home with 88 pounds of sand from Sardinia. They were caught and heavily fined. Why such harsh penalties? Because erosion and illegal sand theft threaten the delicate coastal ecosystems. The taboo. Many Italians know this rule, but they won't warn you. They assume you should know, and if you don't, you pay the price. 4. Girlfriend for hire. Services exist, but nobody talks about it. Italy may be known for romance, but not all love stories are what they seem. In cities like Rome, Milan, and Florence, a discrete industry exists, the girlfriend for hire. These aren't escorts in the traditional sense. They're private companions, often hired by wealthy businessmen, tourists, or lonely hearts to accompany them to dinners, parties, or even weekend getaways. For a few €100 a night, men can rent the illusion of love. Some services even include couple-style social media photos, all fake, but perfectly posed. It blurs the line between escorting and emotional companionship. The women are often models or students, pay for their time, charm, and silence. Locals don't discuss it publicly, but it's an open secret in fashion circles, luxury bars, and elite social scenes. 3. Social media ads promote illegal immigration disguised as tourism. It sounds unbelievable, but it's happening right now. Across platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Telegram, shady operators are advertising illegal ways to enter Italy. These aren't just scams. They're well-organized tourism packages that promise fake love photos, visa insurance, and even staged marriages. Photos show young couples smiling under the Tuscan sun, but everything is orchestrated to pass immigration scrutiny. Prices can range from $10, $000 to $50, $000. Some Americans and Europeans, unaware of the risks, fall into these traps. They arrive in Italy expecting romance, and instead become accomplices in international crime rings. If caught, tourists face massive fines, deportation, and travel bans. And for the locals involved, jail time, revoked licenses, and social ruin. This black market business is growing, and Italy's authorities are scrambling to stop it. 2. Italy has strict anti-immigration laws tourists break without knowing. While the country welcomes millions of travelers yearly, its laws on immigration are tough and often misunderstood. Foreigners involved in illegal marriage schemes or black market tours can be fined anywhere from $10 to $600. But that's just the beginning. Repeat offenses, or getting caught helping illegal immigrants, often unintentionally can lead to permanent entry bans. American and UK tourists have unknowingly broken laws just by following bad travel advice from sketchy TikTok pages. Authorities now track social media accounts advertising suspicious visa help services, and in recent raids, dozens of foreigners have been caught and banned. If you're planning a trip, read the fine print and never agree to shady side deals. Italy's beauty isn't worth risking your freedom. 1. Small towns are sending wife requests abroad. Italy's rural towns are dying, and in a desperate attempt to save them, mayors have started sending marriage invitations to Eastern Europe. Yes, you heard that right. Entire villages in regions like Molisa and Basilicata are asking women from places like Ukraine, Romania, and Albania to relocate, marry, and help repopulate the towns. These requests are sent through international platforms, community exchanges, and sometimes even local churches. But despite the effort, success has been limited. Why? Because the towns have no jobs, no nightlife, and few services, the women who do arrive often leave within months. The locals, mostly men over 50 who've never married, and whose traditions sometimes clash with modern expectations. It's a tragic, little-known chapter of Italy's demographic crisis.